In this short video, we'll attempt to explain why the failure of financial statement users to differentiate among business failure, audit failure, and audit risk has resulted in lawsuits. Many accounting and legal professionals believe that a major cause of lawsuits against CPA firms is financial statement users' lack of understanding of two concepts. These two concepts are the difference between a business failure and audit failure, and the difference between an audit failure and audit risk. A business failure occurs when a business is unable to repay its lenders or meet the expectations of its investors because of economic or business conditions, such as a recession, poor management decisions, or expected competition in the industry. Now, audit failure occurs when the auditor issues an incorrect audit opinion because it failed to comply with the requirement of auditing standards. An example is a firm assigning an unqualified assistance to perform certain audit tasks where they fail to notice material misstatements in the client's records that a qualified auditor would have found. Audit risk represents the possibility that the auditor concludes after conducting an adequate audit that the financial statements were fairly stated when in fact they were materially misstated. Audit risk is unavoidable because auditors gather evidence only on a test basis and because well-conceived frauds are extremely difficult to detect. An auditor may fully comply with auditing standards and still fail to uncover a material misstatement due to fraud. Now, there is also an expectation gap. This conflict between the statement and the users and auditors often arises because of an expectation gap. Most auditors believe that the conduct of an audit in accordance with auditing standards is all that can be expected of auditors. However, many users believe that the auditors guarantee the accuracy of financial statements. And some users even believe that the auditor guarantees the financial viability of the business. Fortunately for the profession, courts continue to support the auditor's view. Nonetheless, the expectation gap often results in unwarranted lawsuits, which ultimately result in millions of dollars in a defense. However, auditors must recognize that in part, that claims of audit failure result from the hope of those who suffer a business loss to recover from any source, regardless of whose fault it is.